Hey everyone, it's Rylan. It's March 18th, 2017 at 3:38 p.m. And I'm going to re-record this video because I just made this video and it was like 13 minutes long, and I honestly don't think anyone is going to watch 13 minutes of me talking about my life as an actor because who really cares? But I wanted to make this video anyway. I wanted to make a video about my acting journey so far and where I was to where I am now and where I would like to go. So I did my first, I'm 27 right now, and I live in Brooklyn, New York. I just booked my first film that's shooting tomorrow. Also, I dyed my hair black again for this film, so no more pink hair. So that's kind of weird, like looking in the finder and seeing my hair is black again, because for 3 months it's been pink, blue, and blonde, but whatever. Hashtag sacrifices. But okay, so I did my first play when I was like 15 or 16 in high school. It was called Play On, and I had a pretty decent sized part. I did summer plays for all the years that I was in. No, I didn't. There was 1 year that I didn't. I did Play On, and I did The Art of Dining by Tina Howe. Those were the 2 summer plays that I did, and then I did the musical every year. I did Anything Goes, Wonderful Town, State Fair, and Crazy for You. I had pretty big parts in Anything Goes. I was Irma, and I had 3 songs, and what else? And then I had a couple songs in Crazy for You. So we can take a peek at some scenes from me in Anything Goes. Yeah, let's have a look.
Domingo! Don't need to worry about it. Just do a shot. He turns up. I'm gonna level with you. I'm not a minister. I'm Moonface Martin, the famous gangster.
Yeah, public enemy number 13. Help, please!
Okay, so that was me at 16 years old. I was a child. And now I'm old as fuck. But anyway, so that was me in high school. Holla. So fast forward, I auditioned my senior year for the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point BFA musical theater program, and I got in. While I was there, I did the musical Hair, and it was incredible. One of my favorite musicals. Here's some pictures from that.
Beat up, Franklin.
What you want, baby? I got it. Woo!
Cool, right? Greatest costume ever. I love that dashiki. It was like specially made for me. And that's like probably one of my favorite costumes that I've ever worn in my entire life. I wish I still had it, but I was like a lot skinnier then. I mean, it would still fit me because it was quite baggy, but those were some good times. So I went to Stevens Point for a year and a couple months, but I left due to mental health issues. Then for about, because I left when I was 19, so 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So for 5 years, I was lost as fuck. I was like, you're not talented enough to be an actor. You're not skinny enough. You're not everything. I convinced myself that I was not enough and that acting was not what I was supposed to do because I couldn't get through the program. So I sold vacuums. I worked at American Eagle. I went back to college. I was taking sociology and communications degrees. I'm 1 credit short of my associate's degree in communications. I was going to study psychology. I wanted to potentially be a radio host. I did all of these things as distractions from what I really wanted to do, which was acting, because I didn't believe that I was good enough to be an actor. So I just kind of stuffed all of that down and ran away from what I really wanted to do in my life. But it's okay, because the story ends on a happy note, because now I am a working actor in New York, so it's okay. It all worked out in the end. But it took some time for me to realize that this was, in fact, what I wanted to do, regardless of any fear of inferiority and just not being good enough. So, yeah, I did hair again at a community theater in Wisconsin. That was pretty cool. And then I did Rent, which is a really stupid story. But basically, I got fired. I was supposed to be Maureen, but it was split cast between me and another girl. And it was just a really shitty situation. And I ended up dropping out of the show. But whatever. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, so let's fast forward to the most recent stuff. On February 5th, 2013, I took a train from Wisconsin to Chicago to audition for the musical theater intensive at Stella Adler. It was like their inaugural year of doing this, and I was like, I want to go to New York for 2 weeks and like audition for this stuff, because here's what spawned this. I was manic as a motherfucker one night at like 3 a.m, and I typed in acting schools. And the first school that came up was Stella Adler. And I looked at it, and Robert De Niro and like Marlon Brando and all these people went there. And I said to myself, all right, kid, if you really think that you want to act and you think that you could maybe be good enough, you're going to audition for the school. And if you're good enough, you're going to get in. And if not, reassess your life. So I ended up auditioning. I did not get into the musical theater intensive, but I got accepted to their training program, which I didn't even audition for. So I was like, oh, okay. But while I was there in Chicago, there was a table across the hall for the Atlantic Acting School. And I went in and I auditioned with my contemporary monologue from Reasons to be Pretty by Neil LaBute, which is one of my favorite plays. And I fucking love Neil LaBute. So I went in and I auditioned with that, and I ended up getting into their full-time professional conservatory, which I went to, and I just left in December. So I spent 1.5 years at that school. And William H. Macy from Shameless and David Mamet, the playwright of a bunch of famous shit, founded that school. And some pretty cool people have gone there. I'm not going to name drop, but yeah, William H. Macy is Frank from Shameless. He's like the drunk dad from Shameless. So that's pretty cool. So I got into their school, and I have been studying there for almost the past like 2 years. And I went there for 3 months when I identified as female, but I tore my ACL the second week of school, and I left school to move back to Wisconsin from New York, to have knee surgery. And I came back when I was identifying as a transgender male. So when I came back to school, I was going by a different name, different pronouns. I looked different. I was on testosterone. I was really at the very beginning of my transition. And so that was a big deal, starting to play male roles, because in high school, you saw what I looked like. I was playing the ditzy pretty girls who were kind of slutty. And then I started playing these really masculine, like angry, hurt roles during my time at the Atlantic, which was really cool to start to discover different parts of myself that weren't available to me when I was playing female roles. Because I found that unfortunately a lot of the roles that I was playing have much more depth than female roles. And I just, I remember I was really envious of Evan Peters in the first season of American Horror Story when he was playing Tate, because his performance in that got me through my auditions at Stella Adler in the Atlantic, because I was so inspired by him. And I wanted to play a part like him someday. I wanted to play like a murderer or someone who was really dark and just afflicted. And it's cool because I actually did get to play a murderer from Martin McDonagh's The Pillowman as my big like final scene of my first year at Atlantic. So that's pretty cool. So where am I now? I just got booked in my first film that I've ever done in my life. I've done film work, I've done web series, I've done industrials before, so it's not like I haven't been in front of the camera, but I've never been the lead because this is a 2-person thing. So it's me and a girl, and I think it's gonna be pretty steamy. I'm nervous because there are no lines. So it's going to be completely conveyed by our bodies and our facial expressions to tell the story. And I think it's a really beautiful story. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. And I'm excited to just have the experience of whatever this is going to be tomorrow, because I've never worked on a film set before. I've done TV and web series, but not like a film set. So, oh my God. But so that's happening tomorrow. And yeah, right now I'm just looking for agents. I'm submitting to a lot of roles on backstage.com and just kind of trying to get my name out there. And, my plans for the future is I hope a year from now that I will have an agent and I will have been consistently working and hopefully getting paid for acting. I hope in a couple years that like I'll be in a Broadway play or musical, because I am taking singing lessons right now to retune my voice, because I lost a great deal of my range when I started testosterone almost 2 years ago. So I'm kind of working on figuring out where my voice is and what it's capable of, which is going to be a process. That's not going to be solved in the next couple months at all. This is going to be, some time to for me to feel comfortable to audition for musical theater again. But that's my goal. I also, I want to get in better shape. That's something that I want to focus on. I want to focus on just being healthy, not even like fitness and like being jacked and like whatever. I just want to feel more comfortable in my body and, maybe have a wider selection of roles that I can play. I don't want to play the funny fat friend. Like, I want to be able to play leading roles and not be so self-conscious. Like, I have to do a sex scene tomorrow and I'm really scared because I'm not comfortable with my body. But I'm going to overcome it because it's not going to be me on screen. I'm going to be playing someone else. So, gotta remind myself of that. But, so that's a short version of, look at that. It ended up being a 12-minute video, but I think this was a lot more thorough than my other video because I just didn't like it. I kind of sounded like a douche, and I'm not a douche. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm starting to get there. I have a long way that I have to go, and I have goals that I would like to accomplish as an actor, especially being a transgender actor. I want to start to make a name for myself as a transgender actor. I am happy to play trans roles. The fact that I am gender fluid, which kind of fits under the non-binary umbrella. I'm open to playing all different types of roles. If you want to cast me as a trans character who is doing their transition and I have to wear like a makeup and a wig, I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with playing female roles. I will never play a female role again unless it's in drag or something like that, because I am masculine of center. That's that's where I sit on the spectrum. I fluctuate, but I mostly identify as male. So I really want to bring visibility to transgender characters in mainstream media. I would love to do a TV show, something similar to New Girl or Psych. Those shows are really big inspirations for me, and I would love to be able to do something like that, to be on a sitcom. So yeah, you guys, I just created a Facebook page that you can like and follow me on. I'm going to make it about my acting and kind of just post the journey and about auditions and stuff that I get and just kind of snapshots of my daily life. So if you want to find me on Facebook, I will post a link in the description, and I'm actually going to do it this time. I always say I'm going to, and I never do. But I'm going to post a link in the description, or if you just want to go on Facebook, just type in the search bar Rylan Taylor, and you will find me. And just hopefully you'll follow me and I'll make new friends, and we can take this journey together and see what comes of my career in the next coming years, you know, because hopefully this will be how I will sustain myself as a human being, because acting is what I want to do with my life. And besides helping people, I think it's a reason that I was put on this earth. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, post them below. If you want me to make more videos about acting, like maybe tips and advice, I would be more than happy to do that, because I know a lot of people want to get into acting and maybe don't know how. And, you know, I've been through the ringer of wanting to act and not wanting to act and all this shit. So I think I would have advice to give, but I'm not going to give it unless people want to hear it, because who wants to listen to that? Not me. Anyway, peace out. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.